Hi, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are well. So this video is going to be about the terminology of vegan, plant-based, whole food plant-based, and how really we can get a bit confused between what they all are, and also this association with veganism and health is definitely not always crystal clear, and it certainly one doesn't equal the other. I had a bit of a reality check recently. I started listening to Dr. McDougall again. I've been aware of him for a long time, but he kind of crept back up into my awareness, and I was listening to some recent interviews with him. I love him. He's incredible, and he's the author of The Starch Solution, which is a life-changing book, really, and it really delves into the science of why human beings should be eating a whole food plant-based diet, predominantly based around starches. And he evidences this through history, all different parts of the globe, and how all nations kind of developed on starches, whether that be the breadbasket of the world, corns, rice in most of Asian continent. And he really goes into how eating your starches along with whole foods and not having oils, not having these processed foods, certainly not having the meat and the dairy, is the ultimate way to health. And he has a clinic, and he has evidenced this time and time again with thousands of patients, and reversed many heart diseases, chronic diabetes. He's helped people with cancers, all sorts of incredible things, really change people's lives, reduce their blood pressure, and basically just help people lose weight as well. And obviously being overweight is a massive precursor to many other problems that you're going to experience in life, physical and mental, emotional. So I started listening to him again, and I kind of had a bit of a reality check of how my diet has definitely been sliding over the last, I would say, 4 months. I have been vegan for years. I'm fully on board with being vegan. I'm vegan for the ethical reasons, as well as my health, environmental reasons, the whole shebang. So for me, being vegan is a no-brainer. It's not something that I have to do or try to do. It's just something that I feel that I am now. But that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily always eating that healthy diet. And so these last few months, I've really been very focused on other areas of my life, and I just kind of let my eating habits go a bit wild. And I started bringing in some unhealthy foods again. And this was also, I think, linked with the fact that I started having some very late nights and working in the evenings, and being surrounded by different types of food and alcohol. Again, something that I'd given up about 18 months ago. I pretty much stopped drinking. But all of a sudden it was back in my life again. And the eating, I was starting to have more breads and crackers, vegan cheeses, some vegan fast food. And it's like, I always do say this: what you eat today, you will crave tomorrow. What your habits are today, yesterday, last week, last month, will continue on. We are creatures of habits. And certainly with things like our food and what we drink, it's really a case of repetition. We all kind of fall into patterns of various things we do, we eat, we drink, and we associate drinks and foods with different people and places, and habits form very quickly. And so when we consciously want to really look after our health, we have to make some conscious decisions to change things. And I know from personal experience, because I've done this a few different times during my vegan journey, that when I eat really clean and really healthy, I feel so much better. My mood almost instantly lifts. Within 2 days, my mood lifts. I feel the inflammation in my body reduce. I have a flatter stomach. I feel so much more energetic, and also just my bodily functions, everything seems to work better. And it's not like I'm eating terribly. I'm not living on, burgers and vegan chicken nuggets and any of that crap. I really am not eating lots of vegan junk, but just having some of it in my diet makes a tremendous difference. And I feel that sugar was a really big one for me. Sugar is something, again, the more you have sugar, the more you want it. The more you have it, the more you crave it. And it can creep back into your diet very easily, and you kind of build up a tolerance to it as you do with, say, alcohol. If you have your first ever drink of your life, it's going to hit you really hard. But if you drink regularly, you can have 2, 3, 4 drinks and feel totally fine. You just have a little mild effect. And it's the same with sugar, and sugar is a real, it's terrible. For me, it's really terrible because I only need to have a little bit. It's very addictive to me. And that had really started to creep in over the last few months. So I had a bit of a reality check last week, and I could tell that my mood was not where it normally is. And then this YouTube video cropped up with an interview with Dr. McDougall, and I listened to him again. And like I said, it had been a while, and it just brought it all back. And I remembered last year when I had that really clean diet, I dropped 20 pounds in weight without trying to lose weight. I just wanted to be really, really, really healthy. And I felt unbelievable. I had so much energy. My skin was great. I felt brilliant, and just the weight was just literally falling off me. What I really am trying to get to here is the fact that just because somebody becomes vegan, it really doesn't mean that they are giving their body the respect and love and all of that good treatment that it really, really deserves in terms of how to really improve your health. And what we really need to do is think about how to go more whole food plant-based or whole food vegan, whichever word you like to use, and really concentrate on reducing those processed foods, if not eliminating them completely, really bringing down alcohol content and any sugary drinks at all, and really making sure that we are eating lots of plant foods and as close to their natural state as possible. So just big bowls of, rice and potatoes, lots of things like corn and salads and vegetables. Oats are great. Make sure you're having these lovely grains that are out there that are so easy to make. Spice it all up with your herbs, your spices, using a little bit of maple syrup's fine, making sure that you've got, salt and pepper, that's fine. All of those things to really boost those flavors, enhance those flavors. And trust me, if this is something that's a whole new concept to you, it really doesn't take long at all before you start to crave those foods, because what you ate today is what you'll crave tomorrow. And that is so, so true, especially with something like healthy foods and non-healthy foods. You'll find people that love their healthy foods just find it so easy because that's what their body wants. They've got into that habit. And I think our actual taste buds physically change every 21 to 30 days, literally every month. You grow new taste buds. So you can change what you enjoy, and you can become more healthy and more whole food plant-based. So that was my little revelation this week, and I'm going to do a little series now because I'm really jumping back into my cleaning up my diet, and I'm going to do a little series now of videos that shows how I've done this, what I'm doing exactly, and how I'm feeling on it. So I will be starting that next week with my first video, kind of like my past week review, and give you the results, what I'm eating at the moment, and just give you some kind of a rundown and give you some motivation to get on this as well. Because trust me, having done this for many, many months last year, I felt incredible, and I just want to bring that all back to me, especially with Christmas coming up, the holidays, the festive season. If we go into that already feeling not too great and not eating that well, it can be a time where you kind of just let go completely. And I don't want that to happen either. The holidays shouldn't be a time where we put on half a stone or whatever, 7 pounds. It really shouldn't be. It should not be. It should be a time to have great fun and enjoy our family and all of the magical times that we can have with people, giving gifts, receiving gifts perhaps, but really the food, as much as it is so important to have lovely, healthy food, there are ways to make your festive season not as crazy, out of control, calorific as it often used to be for me in my past. I don't want to keep doing that. I don't want Christmas. I don't like coming into the new year feeling like, oh my goodness, I've assaulted my body with too much food and drink. This Christmas is not going to be one of those years for me. I really don't want to do that. So I'm going to plan ahead and make sure that Christmas is a healthy Christmas, and that I'm also going to document as well, which hopefully will help you guys. So that's it for this video. Come back next week and you will see how things are going, and I will be able to guide you and help you to eat a more healthy, whole food, plant-based diet. Give me a like if you like this video and drop me a comment down below. Let me know where you're at with things at the moment. Are you trying to become vegan? Are you whole food plant-based already? Or are you kind of like just dabbling with these things and getting to where you want to be? I know for me personally that becoming vegan was the first step, and it was that big leap really. When you first become vegan, it's so exciting because there's so much in the shops. You're like, oh, I'll try that because it's vegan. Oh, I'll have that because it's vegan. And you well, a lot of people that I've worked with as well have said the same thing. They get so excited when they see something that's been recreated as a vegan version that they just end up buying it all. My sister went vegan January 2020, and she certainly said that. She said every time I'd see something vegan, I'd just buy it, and I'd have all this food in my fridge, and it's like not necessarily healthy food at all, but it's just so exciting when you find the vegan versions. But really, if we step out of that a little bit and just remember that just because something's vegan, it really doesn't mean you have to eat it. And it definitely doesn't mean it's definitely healthy. So we just need to think about these things as well, because vegan does not equal healthy, but whole food, plant-based and oil-free certainly does. So I'll see you next week, and I will be giving you an update on how things are going. Take care and see you later. Bye.